We're the Jezebels. That's all.
Here I come.
I want you to get up right now, go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!"
Yes, Queen. It's, oh man, I'm really off center. There's a good reason for that. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Quadruple BN Big Bloody Breaking Blu-ray News. I'm your host, Michael Keene, and today we've got a mostly non-breaking news. Yeah, not really much in the way of actual breaking news this week. We are focusing on mostly stuff that I missed out on. I'm sorry, my son had pneumonia, and it kind of fucked up my month. Amongst there are other factors in there I'm not going to go into, but the main cause of my anguish has been my son's sickness. He is now fine. He is doing a-okay, and yeah, it's time to look at some stuff. Some stuffy stuff. Looking right here. We talked, let's see, we didn't even talk about Valentine's. I'm sorry, we let Valentine's Day go by. That means I actually need to include Melis in my list of things to talk about. You can see I have a bunch of tabs open. Real quick, since we're waiting on people to come in, whoever is here, I see, oh, okay, I see two people. Whoever is here as we start, I'm going to play a trailer, and I want to know if you guys can hear it all right. I just want to do a little bit of testing. Okay. All right. So no sound. Okay, we're not going to play trailers then today, because I don't remember how I got I don't remember how I got it to work last time. I think I have to do a Chrome tab, but I'm not using Chrome, so screw it. It's fine. We'll just ignore those two tabs and talk about those titles in a bit. Anyway, so a few things to talk about. I don't know that I really need to dig too deep into some of these. Joy of Sex got announced for cinematograph, and a lot of people were not particularly pleased about that fact. It is a lot for this like 80s sex comedy. Hi, Rumi. My roommate brought me salsa. Thank you. Okay, so Joy of Sex. What year was this? 1984. And as you can see, it looks really solid physically. Has perfectly good visuals. But a lot of folks were not happy because it's apparently a pretty mid movie. I wouldn't know. Haven't watched it. Not really much of a sex comedy guy. So haven't gotten around to that particular film. But it seemingly pretty bad news bears for a lot of folks. I think it seems like a pretty standard release for cinematograph, but whatever. Only 1,582 editions left, so hurry up, kids. Get out there. Grab a piece. Blah, 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 blah. Sex comedy. It features a new audio commentary with film historian Elizabeth Purcell and film critic Katie Reif. Has a video interview with the director, interview with the screenwriters, interview with actress Colleen Camp, a new video essay profile of Martha Coolidge by Alexandra Heller Nicholas, another one of those just locked in a basement somewhere. Grace Under Fire is a new video interview with actress Lisa Langlois, Lisa Langoliers. And then we got some text essays in a little booklet. If you look at the thing, there's that little, you got your little booklet there, which is cool. Cool. So Joy of Sex, and then Mansion of Madness from Vinegar Syndrome Labs. This is 1972. I'm sorry. I got my films mixed up. This is from 1972, Mansions of Madness. Looks fun. Looks weird. Looks fun and looks weird. Oh, nips. Ah, geez. Okay. We're just getting the nips in early. I shouldn't say that. That's a bit of a whoopsie-doodle. Let's see here. Journalist Gaston Leblanc travels deep into the woods of France in order to investigate a mental institution run by the famed Dr. Maillard, who purports to have developed an experimental form of treatment for his patients, which he deems to be more, quote-unquote, soothing. Often Gaston and his entourage arrive just outside the institution walls. They are immediately greeted by a hostile display from the guards. Being the only one allowed inside, Gaston meets with Dr. Maillard, who gives him a tour of the facility and explains his new treatment method, seemingly allowing the patients to roam the grounds freely and engage in their own delusions. Gaston is also introduced to Dr. Maillard's beautiful niece, Eugenie. I'm assuming it's pronounced Eugenie. I think that's right. I don't know, French people, who he is warned is more dangerous than she appears. As Gaston spends more time in the institution, he becomes wary of Dr. Maillard's intentions as the patients engage in an almost cult-like worship of him, and soon Gaston begins to question what is actually taking place inside the sanatorium walls. Oh, it's the guy who did a la carte. Okay. Derp. Loosely based on the Edgar Allan Poe short story, The System of Dr. Tar and Professor Feather, which I haven't read that one. Blurp uses stunning visuals, clearly inspired by Alejandro Jodorowsky in order to satirize medical treatment theories. This looks really fun. So again, 1972, pretty okay grouping of, I would say a solid pack of extras. Based purely on the specs. We've got a Mexican film historian, Francisco Peredo, on commentary duty, and then we've got interviews with actress Ellen Sherman and production designer Gabriel Weiss Carrington. Only a 6-minute interview for Carrington, so I'm assuming there's not much to really dig into there. And then the daughter of the director has a 15-minute interview, and then the pièce de résistance, Alucardos, Portrait of a Vampire, is an 89-minute feature-length documentary from 2011 on the director Juan Lopez Moctezuma. And I think having a commentary track and a feature-length doc, that's pretty tits. Obviously, that's a archival special feature, but still, I think that's pretty dope. So if I had money right now, totally would purchase Mansion of Madness. And I fucking skipped right over Female Perversions. Holy shit. Is this the one with Tilda Swinton? Yeah. Whoopsie doodle. Female Perversions, starring Tilda Swinton. And as you can see, we get a nice book in that slipcover. I really like the look of this film. It's another one that I haven't seen. But I love Tilda Swinton, like, being fairly normal. That's something you don't always see, and it's neat to see her as just some broad. So looking, I'm interested in that. I've heard so-so things, but I'm definitely interested. Don't care about the plot. It's drama. It was a contender for the Grand Jury Prize at the 1996 Sundance Film Festival. So there's that. And let's see here. We got an audio commentary by Alexandra Heller-Nicholas, just locked away in that basement. Got a video interview with director and co-writer Susan Streitfeld. Interview with co-writer Julie Hebert. Cinematographer Teresa Medina. Actress Karen Silas, whatever. Actress Frances Fisher and actress Dale Sugar. I noticed they did not put times for these interviews, so I don't know. It's hard. Sometimes they skimp out a bit. Sometimes I say skimp out. Sometimes they have interviews that don't produce all that much material, and you get something like that 6-minute interview. I assume is not too chock full of material. So uncertain as to how solid these interviews are, but nonetheless, a nice selection of interviews. So there is that. And of course, the commentary track, I think that makes for a pretty solid package. A bunch of interviews and a commentary. That's really all I ask for. And then a bunch of essays I'm not going to read. So that's pretty dope. I don't know how these actually, how many, let's see, 3,000 units, hasn't even sold halfway. So I don't know how in demand these cinematograph titles really are. Meanwhile, White Cannibal Queen. This, oh god, I feel like there's nudity on the slipcover. What am I saying? I feel like I'm doomed to nudity. Quite enjoy the slipcover. It's a little rough, but I think it works for the material. And this looks mildly racist, so good times. This poor actor. Goodness gracious. All right, lots of gore, very gory. White Cannibal Queen, and that is no. I had a transition and I fucked it up. It's a Jess Franco movie, and this is. They haven't. Vinegar Syndrome hasn't released a lot of Jess Franco. They've released like 2 or 3. So this is a welcome surprise. And first off, well, actually, let's 2 things. One, White Cannibal Queen, gorier than your typical Jess Franco. You don't usually see a lot of gore in a Jess Franco movie, but here we got the gore. And that's exciting. It's nice when Uncle Jess changes things up a little bit. Let's read this whole thing. Fuck it. During the course of a tropical expedition, Jeremy Taylor and his family become the unsuspecting prey of a primitive and cannibalistic tribe. While his wife is savagely killed and devoured, and Jeremy's arm is also dismembered and devoured, his young daughter is instead taken prisoner by the tribe. Years later, Jeremy has not given up hope of rescuing his daughter and, with the aid of some friends, organizes a new expedition to bring her home. However, to his shock and dismay, he discovers that her white skin and blonde hair have caused her to become worshipped as a god by the cannibals, and that she has gained a tolerance for consuming human flesh. An unexpectedly outrageous lo-fi cannibal film from Euroslee's master... Or I'm sorry, unexpectedly. Did I say unexpectedly? An expectedly outrageous lo-fi cannibal film from Euroslee's master Jess Franco. This delectable marvel of bad taste stars Al Cliver, Sabrina Ciani, Olivier Mathot. I'm not good with French. Franco regular Antonio Mans, and of course his wife and muse Lena Romay, bursting with the bizarre and transgressive creative flair for which Franco is known, on top of plentiful gut-munching and other perversity. White Cannibal Queen remains a fascinating outlier from Franco's transition between more commercial and erotically minded fare and his plunge into almost outsider art weirdness throughout the 80s. That's a good way to that's a good description. Vinegar Syndrome is delighted to present this oft overlooked effort on Blu-ray for the first time, newly scanned and restored in 2K from its 35mm camera negative. Really excited because It's a new Jess Franco. Also really excited because it is chock full of extras. So we've got a commentary track with film historians Eugenio Ercolani and Troy Howarth. I'm more of a Stephen Thrower guy than a Troy Howarth guy, but I will take it. I used to suck Troy Howarth's dick on this show, and I've transitioned a bit. Let's see, we've got essentially all 30-minute interviews with actor Antonio Manz, interview with Stephen Thrower, got one with Eugenio Ercolani. I'm wondering how much of that will cross over with the commentary track. And then one with film historian Alessio Di Rocco. And that's really it. But that's essentially 2 hours of interviews and a full-length commentary track for a fucking Jess Franco cannibal movie. I mean, that gets me going. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. Guys, feel free to talk in the chat. I feel like a weirdo because no one's talking in the chat. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, like and subscribe. Bloop, 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 bloop. Back to the front page. Oh fuck! I forgot about Possession of Joel Delaney. So for the February package, it's everything we've mentioned so far, plus the Possession of Joel Delaney and the Carpenter. I'm going to really quickly talk about Possession of Joel Delaney. This is one I haven't seen, so I had a little. I haven't seen them display the booklet like that before. Looks pretty typical 70s. Yeah, this is one I've done zero research on. Hello. Good day. Okay. So we've got some excitement here. Let's see. I'm going to just go over the plot. I'm not going to read all of this. Joel Delaney would seem to be an average burnout type, eschewing his high class eschewing. Anyway, eschewing his high class and wealthy upbringing for an affected hippie lifestyle. But when he moves into an apartment previously inhabited by a now deceased serial killer in Spanish Harlem, Joel begins changing. Initially, his wealthy sister Nora attributes his behavior to moodiness and disillusionment. But as Joel becomes increasingly hostile and aggressive, she begins to fear something worse is afoot. When Joel's temperament spills over into violence, after which a series of seemingly accidental deaths occur, Nora begins investigating her brother's new lifestyle, which plunges her into a world of espiritismo. Espiritismo? I've never seen that word in my entire fucking life. And the occult. I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued. Arthur J. Ornitz, who shot Serpico, shot this. That's pretty fucking dope. Features Shirley MacLaine, also dope. Yeah, and it's got, let's see, commentary track with Sam Deegan, dope. A 17-minute interview with director Waris Hussein. A 12-minute interview with author and film historian Kelly Goodner. And then a 14-minute piece on the locations of the film, which 14 minutes for locations featurette is pretty solid. So I'm very curious about that. This is one I would love to own. It's got over 2,000 left in stock. This is one I expect to see at a sale at some point with the slipcover. So not too worried about that. Now, what I would be worried about, although it's not selling as fast as 5,000 units. Still not selling as fast as I would have thought. I thought this would have been under 2,000 by now, so that shows what the fuck I know. Let's see here. Waris Hussein directed the first ever Doctor Who story. Did not know that. That's pretty cool. Huh. Anyway, Yeah, Wings Hauser, baby, in The Carpenter. Dun, 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 dun. This is one of those titles that we've been waiting for some company to fucking release for seemingly ever. It's kind of like Iced in that regard, which I am working on my review for Iced, by the way, so don't you kittens worry. So The Carpenter, I guess I'll just read the fucking description. Although there is a oh wait, we can't do trailers because you're not gonna hear it. Why do I use StreamYard again? I don't know why I pay for this. It's such a pain in the dick. Alice Jarrett, recently released from a mental hospital, is taken by her husband Martin to their new and spacious home, located deep in the countryside, for which Martin has hired a group of builders to complete its renovation. In the middle of the night, something stirs Alice awake, and as she goes to investigate, she is shocked to discover a remaining carpenter hard at work in the wee hours. Besieged by loneliness, Alice strikes up a casual friendship with the mysterious man, inviting him to continue working at his leisure. But as prowlers and unwanted guests begin turning up at the home, sometimes to harass, sometimes to menace, and sometimes to attack Alice, her carpenter always seems to be on hand to gorely dispatch anyone who comes too close. Has she found her guardian angel? Is she in fact a delusional psychopath? Or does the carpenter have his own axe to grind? An off-the-wall and thoroughly bizarre slasher produced in Quebec by American exploiteur Jack Braveman. Director David Wellington's The Carpenter offers an oddball storyline, gruesome kills, and a jaw-dropping starring performance from the one and only Wings Hauser. Vinegar Syndrome is delighted to bring this sleeper classic of the late 80s horror to Blu-ray, newly restored in 2K from the best existing film elements, and featuring a making-of documentary consisting of new interviews with cast and crew, including star Wings Hauser. All right, so it is scanned and restored in 2K from a 35mm release print. So it's not going to be perfect, but it doesn't look bad. If you look at the trailer that's available on the site, it looks pretty good. It's hard to tell exactly because, of course, it's encoded to shit because YouTube, but it looks pretty good to me. So I'm pretty excited for this release. If I was... Well, let me get to the extras. So not a bunch of extras, but a good chunky selection. So only 4 real extras. We've got a commentary track with director David Wellington and writer Doug Taylor, and then a commentary track with William Morris and John Dixon of the Oscar Bait Film Collective and podcast. Have never listened to that podcast. Or heard of Oscar Bait, so I don't know anything about these guys. But still, 2 commentaries, one of them with the director and the writer. That's pretty solid. And then there's a 33-minute making-of documentary featuring interviews with the cast and crew. I like my making-of documentaries to be a little bit heavier, a little chunkier, which is why anytime I edit one, it's always like it's like feature length. But still 33 minutes, solid enough. And then there's an 8-minute interview with actor Wings Hauser. Don't love that it's only an 8-minute interview with Wings Hauser, but we've also gotten plenty of interviews with Wings. Obviously would have been great to have just a drunk Wings Hauser commentary. I feel like that's a missed opportunity, but I also feel like they probably asked him and he probably said no. So that's fine. I would say solid set of special features. I would love to know how many people are involved in the making of documentary. That would help me to understand like how far that 33 minutes is going to go, but I don't know. So then that should be done by now because it's up for pre-order. Yeah, sometimes these interviews are pretty short. Anyway, still, The Carpenter, definitely worth getting. I have not bought anything because I'm a poor boy. But that being said, if I was to buy anything right now, it would definitely be The Carpenter and White Cannibal Queen. That would be my just got to have it on the limited budget front. If I did not have such a limited budget and had a normal budget, I'd probably pass on female perversions and Joy of Sex, even though I'm very curious to see female perversions. I'm not sure I really need to own it. I think Mansion of Madness sounds really fun. And Possession of Joel Delaney could be something special. So I would say all 4 of those would be my selection. So a pretty solid February selection, I would say. Yeah, we're all poor boys. That makes it challenging to talk about these things, because we are all just poor boys, and this is not a poor boy's hobby. It is not. Also, notably, Possession of Joel Delaney, $37 versus $20. It's a full $10 more than other. Why is that? That's something. Oh, probably because it's probably a Paramount thing. Probably a Paramount thing. All right. So partner labels. There's too many. There's too many partner labels, as usual. We've got Viva l'Amour, which is a Hong Kong movie. Oh, Taiwanese. A Taiwanese movie. And let's see, Two Faces of Tai Kato, Thunder, The Strings. From Film Movement Classics, we've got Viva l'Amour and Two Faces of Tai Kato. We've got Decanalog's Thunder. From Shudder, we've got The Strings. From Big World Pictures, we've got Scarred Hearts and Uppercase Print. Which I'm gonna say probably more recent drama. I'm gonna say more recent drama. Yep, 2016 and 2020. Sorry, I am a little upstairs gassy right now. So forgive me. Rot from Saturn's Core, Nova Seed from Cartoona. Have we seen anything from Cartoona before? Is this their debut? I don't recall. Utopia, Not an Artist, Film Movement Classics again, Ma Peninsula. A lot of Film Movement Classics needs to slow their fucking roll. Hookers on Davie from Canadian International Pictures. ETR Media's Here Comes a New Challenger Championship Edition, whatever that fucking means. Film Movement's Her Body, which is also on the Melis site. Yellow Veil Pictures In Flames. VH Shet Fest's Deadly Obsession, the films of Bill Reeves. Autoerotic from IFC Films. Amateur on Plastic from Factory 25, and from IFC Films again, 444 Last Day on Earth by Abel Ferreira. That one, I've never seen 444 Last Day on Earth. I've heard not great things, but I do love me some Abel. So that intrigues me. That intrigues me quite a bit. So let's start here. Abel Ferreira's 444 Last Day on Earth. Yeah, there's just too many releases. New audio commentary on film historians Chris O'Neill and Bill Ackerman. A new video interview with writer-director Abel Ferreira. Fuck yeah. Would love to know a time on that. I really, if I had one big criticism for how they lay these out, and I think I've talked about this before, I really don't feel like the partner label should be the one writing the final copy, because some of them are just lacking, and I would love for all the copy for each release to match, and I feel like they just don't match. Also, Natasha Lyonne's in this. Holy shit. Anyway, a new video essay by film critic Alexandra Heller Nicholas, again just locked in a basement. And then a booklet with a new essay by film archivist Justin LaLiberty. Intriguing. I do love me some Abel. Amateur on Plastic from Factory 25. Well, let's just see what this is about. Butch Willis is a Washington, D.C. rock legend. Born and raised in 1960 suburban Maryland, Byron Henry Butch Willis came of age in the late 70s, post-hippie subculture, after sharing an apartment with infamous local music icon Root Boy Slim. Butch was inspired to become a rock and roll star himself. The unique and unusual brand of outsider music that Butch Willis and the Rocks created captivated the local music scene, beginning with their appearance at the seminal Primitive Night in 1984. Amateur on Plastic chronicles Butch's life and career from the beginning all the way through to the present day. Burpity derpity derp. This seems interesting. I don't know that I need to own this already, especially it's a 73-minute documentary. Let's see what the extras entail. We've got a live performance from 1985, got a short film on the Rock's guitarist, Ray Wallace, and then a compilation of performances stretching from 1984 to 2005, and a 32-page booklet with Butch Willis interviewed by Phil Milstein with assistance by Jeff Krulik. This might be a big deal if you're into music. I'm not really the music guy. So nothing is really, this doesn't really stand out to me too much, but I like that documentaries are getting, there's plenty of documentaries coming out through partner labels. I think that's dope. Autoerotic, man, I'm already tired of talking about partner labels. It's a newer mumblecore looking. Oh, yep. Joe Swanberg and Adam Wingard. Yep. 2011's Autoerotic. Joe Swanberg and Adam Wingard's Autoerotic follows four interconnected Chicago couples as they explore the boundaries of self-pleasure and sexual exploration through a unique blend of outrageous comedy and in-your-face sex. Autoerotic insightfully illuminates the private sexual lives of America's urbanites. Mumblecore is tough for me. Mumblecore is tough. We got new audio commentary by directors and co-writers Joe Swanberg and Adam Wingard. That's cool. 2008 short film directed by Joe Swanberg and Kent Osborne called Swedish Blue Balls, and a booklet with a new essay by film professor Whitney Strub. Cool. Again, I'm not much of a mumblecore guy, so maybe. Real quick, okay, I'm sorry. So just to, because Volcore X noted very wisely, I completely missed that Possession of Joel Delaney is a 4K, and that's why it's more expensive, because it's a 4K. Derpity derpity derp. My bad. My bad. All right. Deadly Obsession, the films of Bill Reeves. See, it's 3:33. We got a lot to go through. This is a shot on VHS, hence VHS Fest release. Bill Reeves is the self-proclaimed Ed Wood of VHS, and that is underselling his greatness. Bill is an SOV auteur who directed, wrote, edited, and starred in 10 movies over 3 decades. He tackled everything from the horror genre to slapstick comedy to documentary. None of the movies got distribution outside of his hometown of Lebanon, Indiana, and because of that, were impossible to see and pretty much lost in storage. VHS Hit Fest, or VH Shit Fest, whatever the fuck, is so happy to present this collection of outsider art from an unsung legend of homegrown filmmaking that deserves to finally have some recognition. I love that. This is jam-packed, because is this everything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so we've got 9 of his 10 films. Amazing. The Card Game, Who Shot Mean BR, Deadly Obsession, The Gut Wrencher, The Crown Jewel of Indonesia, Trail of Terror, Terminal Targets, Ghost and Angel Stories from Around the World, and Ghost Stories from Indonesia. and that's from 1987 to 2003. Every film has commentary with Bill Reeves, and on Deadly Obsession, there is commentary with Bill Reeves and actor Jack Dodson. And then there's also a new interview with Bill Reeves, plus teaser trailer, and Easter egg. Don't know what that entails, but an Easter egg of some kind. So pretty jam-packed. Caps out at 596 combined minutes, so pretty reasonable. Some are going to be shorter than others. I would have liked runtimes for each of these. I feel like that's not that hard to give us runtimes, but whatever. Just a note, guys, if you're going to be doing a collection of VHS movies, no idea if these are going to be of any real quality. I mean, they're obviously going to be low quality. That's a given. I don't know how good they're going to be in terms of SOV cinema, but I'm pretty into it. 9 movies for $30 is pretty good. There's only 432 left in stock. It'll probably last a little while. These things tend to peter out after the initial bout of sales, but I'm tempted by it. I'm tempted by that there collection. In Flames from Yellow Veil. Newer picture from 2023. After the death of the family patriarch, a mother and daughter's precarious existence is ripped apart by figures from their past. They must find strength in each other if they are to survive the malevolent forces that threaten to engulf them. Chock full of special features. Got a commentary track with the director, the editor, and the DP, and then a secondary commentary track with the director and the composer. Got an interview with the director, Zarar Khan. Behind-the-scenes featurette for presumably a one-shot in the film, because it's called The Hospital Oneer. Discussion with director Zarar Khan and Sharmeen Obaid Chinoy. And then a panel discussion at the Toronto Film Festival between director Zarar Khan and producer Anam Abbas, with Fauzia and Andrea Wilson Mirza, director and producer of The Queen of My Dreams. And then there's a short film, Stray Dogs Come Out at Night. So, and an essay as well. So pretty strong selection of extras. Don't know anything about this one. I'm actually kind of curious. Let's go ahead and poop open Letterboxd. See what people have to say about In Flames. Okay, so a little all over the place. It's a strong one. It's a strong maybe. Her Body, I'll talk about during Melisini. Actually, no, I'll talk about it now. I take that back. This is 2023. I don't know about this as far as. Okay, let's test the waters. A film about porn is always up my alley, so I'm kind of here for it. Let's see. Professional Czech high diver Andrea Absolonova's Olympic dreams are shattered when she suffers a devastating injury while training. Forced to leave the sport she loves, Andrea follows a photographer friend of hers into the world of nude modeling, ultimately reinventing herself as adult actress Leah DeMay and performing in over 80 porn films. Based on the tragic true story, Her Body chronicles Absolonova's journey as she navigates the seductive undercurrents of fame and desire and her quest for self-liberation in this powerful portrait of resilience. And that's another one. I don't remember what the overall thoughts were for Her Body. Kind of Yeah, it seems like it's pretty directly based on the source material. Yeah, I mean, not much. There's a music video, including deleted scenes, and that is everything. So not a lot to talk about Not a lot to talk about. So, okay release, but that's one that I feel like most people will just wait for streaming. Or if it's already streaming, then watch it stream. Yeah, it's already, it's available online. So, whatever. ETR Media, I'm just going to skip because I don't care. Moving on. Hookers on Davie. Now this does intrigue me because it's a movie called Hookers on Davie. Let's looks like 16 millimeter. Let's see here. Yep. Cool. Oh my God. Look at this. This is, oh my Lord. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. That is a lot of extras. Okay. So it's a 40th anniversary special edition. At the height of the 1980s, following their breakthrough documentary, fuck me on the goddamn sidewalk. Following their breakthrough documentary, P4W Prison for Women, filmmakers Janice Cole and Holly Dale turned their lens on Vancouver's Davie Street neighborhood, a bustling, neon-soaked hub for both trans and cisgender sex workers, informally known as the prostitution capital of Canada. Fuck yes. The result was Hookers on Davie, a landmark document combining candid interviews with a group of instantly memorable subjects and vivid location footage of their street work, surreptitiously captured with hidden cameras. An indelible community portrait, the film culminates in the group's collective efforts to challenge and overcome legislative oppression. Oh, now this is the kind of documentary I want a piece of. This sounds great. All right. Okay. Holy shit. Look, my God. So it's a fucking UHD. First of all, it's a 4K UHD. Newly scanned and restored in 4K from the original 16mm AV negatives, with sound transferred from the original 16mm magnetic final mix. New audio commentary featuring directors Janice Cole and Holly Dale. New audio commentary featuring multidisciplinary artist and curator Jordan King. New introduction to Hookers on Davie by Janice Cole. We've got a 23-minute interview with Cole, 12-minute with Cole and her, about her early films with Holly Dale. So really it's 35 minutes of interview footage with Janice Cole. 14-minute interview with trans elder Marty Piernek. Tribute to her friend Tiggy. Video report on the West End Sex Workers Memorial Fundraiser from 2009. A Toronto Arts Awards tribute to Cole and Dale. A CBC interview. And a City TV interview. None of these are very long. It's 7 minutes, 4 minutes, 8 minutes, 3 minutes. But 34-minute Hookers on Davie home movies. An afterword featuring Cole and Dale from 2024 at 8 minutes. Cream Soda. It's a new 2K scan of Cole and Dale's first short film, 13 minutes long. And then their second short film, Minimum Charge, No Cover, 11 minutes long, also a new 2K scan. And then a new introduction to both shorts by Janice Cole. New audio commentaries for both shorts featuring Cole and Dale. And then the new audio commentaries for both shorts featuring Jordan King. Then there's an archival press gallery and a booklet with essays. Hot diggity fuck, fam. Hot diggity fuck. That wow. Okay. All right, so let's see. Where are we at so far? I would say I think I would if we're going with limited budget, I'm going to pass on 444 Days on Last Day on Earth. And right now I'm angling for Deadly Obsession and Hookers on Davie. Those are the ones that are really jumping out at me. Mapansula is, let's see, what the fuck is this? During demonstrations in apartheid era South Africa, the police arrest, what was that? Okay. Derp. Police arrest Panic, a Mapansula or petty gangster, while rounding up activists. His interrogation reveals the motivation of his involvement in the township riots. Once only concerned with partying, alcohol, and his own interests, Panic finds himself being irreversibly pulled into the fray. Now he is forced to choose between his personal freedom and taking a stand in the fight against the oppressive apartheid government. Directed by Oliver Schmitz and written by Schmitz and lead actor Thomas Mogotlani. Mapansala has been hailed as the first South African film to truly represent apartheid on screen. Banned in its homeland. Wow. 1988. Commentary with the director, archival interviews with cast and crew, and that is it. I mean, I'm intrigued. This is one of those where I feel like it's really important, a really important film to watch. I don't know that I need to own it, if that makes sense. Not an Artist from Utopia. Huh. Not what I expected. Oh, it's what's his face. Haley Joel Osment. In an exclusive artist in residency program overseen by an enigmatic patron, RZA, artists in turmoil face a make-or-break ultimatum: unlock their full creative potential or abandon art forever. Yet the unexpected intrusion of an outsider, Matt Walsh, jeopardizes the program's delicate balance. I assume that's a Matt Walsh that's different from the douchey Matt Walsh. This is 2021. Has a behind-the-scenes stills gallery and trailer, and exclusive cast interviews. No idea what the fuck, who that is. What's just, you know, some exclusive cast interviews. You know, just what you do. Cool. Could use a little bit more. Again, I wish that all the copy was standardized, but whatever. That looks fine. Nova Seed. Now this is a more recent animation. This slipcover is fucking excellent, though. No matter what the final film may or may not be like, fucking sick slipcover. As you can see, it's kind of a lo-fi animation style, but looks neat. In an age of men and beasts, centuries of war have left nothing but a dying planet to conquer. Habitable lands have become scarce, and toxic wastelands stretch to the edge of the world. Hidden beneath this desolation lives the mad Dr. Mindskull. Originally created to be the first super being, he was split in two when fears arose, dividing his superior strength from his superior mind. As a result, two beings were created, one with abnormal super strength but the brain of a child, and the other a super genius but with a weak and frail body. Although the physical strength could be contained, a mind so powerful could not, and Dr. Mindskull became an uncontrollable danger, capable of anything imaginable, and even things once thought impossible. Now plotting against the human race, he has created the ultimate weapon. Using the planet's core essence of life and creation, he wields the power of death and total annihilation. Can mankind find a way to stop Dr. Mindskull before his vision of a new world is complete? The only answer lies out of reach, within the Nova Seed. How does this look in motion? Looks all right. This is 2017. It's only 64 minutes long. Quick little one. Has a director's commentary with a storyboard. See, like, this is why you need to standardize things. Director's commentary with storyboard feature. So I don't know if that means that it is the feature-length commentary with a storyboard feature added to that, or if we're talking about a storyboard feature that contains director's commentary. I'm assuming it's the first one, but it's hard to say. And then we get trailer 1, trailer 2, and trailer 3, and the Art of Nova Seed booklet. Is that how it's listed on the... Let's see here. Oh, balls. Oh, yep. Not even listed. Okay, cool. Great. Thank you, Cartuna. It's great that my throat's already fallen apart. I'm actually really interested in Nova Seed. It doesn't really sound like I am, but I'm pretty intrigued by that. So far, one from each row has gotten me intrigued to the point of wanting to buy. Saturn's Core presents Rot. Look at this is no, isn't this is just oh gosh dang it. That is what you want to see in a film right there. Oh, a big old stupid gun, big old stupid hair, big old stupid wrist thing. Just big stupid fun. And a whole host of special features. I don't even care about all of this. I did not realize. So that's interesting. The third SOV feature from Florida-based filmmaker Marcus Koch, known concurrently for his transgressive directorial output, such as 100 Tears, Fell in Bad Blood. I didn't realize it was the 100 Tears guy, as well as his masterful special effects work in Jacob's Wife and We Are Still Here. Rot combines a rudimentary take on Cronenberg's body horror ruminations with the grimy analog aesthetics of Hugh Gallagher's Gorotica. I need to do a Gorotica review. I believe I own that one. But a bunch of stuff. Riotous soundtrack featuring a bunch of bands I've never heard of, but I'm assuming punk fans are interested in. Gooey and gruesome cinematic explosion of punk, puke, and necrophilia. Now accompanied by Koch's long sought-after suburban teenage metalhead splatter epic Lunch Meat from 1989, plus over 8 hours of slimy special features. That's pretty. Oh, that one. Ooh, Nova Seed might have just gotten knocked out of the running, baby. Audio commentary with director Marcus Koch and actor Joel D. Wincoop. Cast commentary with director Marcus Koch and actors Billy Scam, Tiffany Steinke, and Joel D. Wincoop. Interesting that it doesn't matter. Dead Like a Piece of Old Wax, a celebration of Marcus Koch's Rot, a visual essay by writer and cult film expert Heather Drain. Interview with writer-director, FX artist Marcus Koch. Ladies of the Punk House, an interview with actress Tiffany, however the fuck you say her last name, and production manager Carolee Club. These names are killing me. We've got a 63-minute interview with actor Joel D. Wincoop. There you go. That's what that might be too long. All right. Curiously, don't have time for the interview with actor Walter Masita, or the Marcus Koch interview for that matter. Again, it'd be nice to get these standardized. An appreciation by horror author and filmmaker David C. Hayes. Archival behind-the-scenes footage, bloopers and outtakes, trailer, bonus movie Lunch Meat, which is 60 minutes long, and then White Massacre, which is an early short film with optional director's commentary. They both have optional director's commentary. Now it's 35 minutes. I am so fucking in for Rot. Holy shit. Okay, so Rot wins this row automatically. I don't care about the rest of these. These look nice though. Sacred Hearts in uppercase print. Let's see here. Again, this is 2016 and 2020. They are a combined 309 minutes. Holy butts. During the summer of 1937, Emmanuel, a young man in his early 20s, is committed to a sanatorium on the Black Sea coast for treatment of his bone tuberculosis. The treatment consists of painful spine punctures that confine him to a body cast on a stretcher bed. Little by little, as Emmanuel gets accustomed to the limitations of his new life, he discovers that inside the sanatorium, there is a life to be lived to the fullest. He reads, he writes, he smokes and drinks, interacts with doctors, nurses, and stretcher bearers. He observes how healing seems to happen transiently, following mysterious laws. Some patients get better, some get worse, some others some worse, others die. He even has a romantic relationship, while Romania outside the sanatorium doesn't have much to offer him, turning more and more into an extreme right-wing society. Wow, okay. This is heavy stuff, guys. In 1981, chalk slogans written in uppercase letters started appearing in public spaces in the Romanian city of Bodosani. They demanded freedom, alluded to the democratic developments taking place in Romania's socialist sister countries, or simply called for improvements in the food supply. The culprit was a name, a teenager who was still at school at the time and whose case is documented in the files of the Romanian secret police. Theater director Giannina, I don't fucking know. I don't know how to say these. Carpenter, it doesn't matter. Created a documentary play based on this material. There's trailers and then there's 2 bonus short films. So not a whole lot as far as the actual extras, but intriguing, certainly intriguing. A little heavy, not necessarily what I'm looking for, but good on Big World Pictures putting them out. Shudder, The Strings. Oh my God. So I'm going to say 2023. 2020. Fuck. I almost said 2020 and I went with 2023 like a bitch. In the dead of winter, Catherine, a talented musician, travels to her aunt's remote cottage to work on new material in solitude. Once there, she and local photographer Grace Spark, I said that like it's her last name, and photographer Grace spark up a budding romance while visiting an abandoned farmhouse with a disturbing past. Soon after, strange and seemingly supernatural occurrences begin to manifest at the cottage, escalating each night and dangerously eroding Catherine's sense of reality. Let's see here. So we've got a feature-length audio commentary track with the writer and director Ryan Glover, writer-producer Krista, such a name, actor-musician Tegan Johnston. So got a commentary, cool. Got an interview feature with Tegan Johnston and Ryan Glover. So technically some interviews. We've got deleted and alternate scenes montage. We've got a behind-the-scenes photo montage, behind-the-scenes look at the film's music, extended musical performance scene, original soundtrack album teaser, official trailer. I'm assuming it's got a great soundtrack, and a booklet with new writing by film critic Mary Beth McAndrews. Intriguing. Obviously, since this is from Shudder, you can probably stream this on Shudder. So I would say try that first and then decide if it's for you. Thundercats. That's terrible. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. That's too much. A film by Carmen Jacquier. Nestled in a lush Swiss valley in the summer of 1900, 17-year-old Elizabeth is preparing to take her vows when she receives the devastating news about her older sister Innocente's mysterious death. Seeking answers, she returns home to a sister family only to discover that no one will discuss the tragedy. Confused and isolated, Elizabeth reconnects with 3 childhood friends, now young men, with their own cravings for truth and connection. Rapturously photographed by Marine Atlan, and featuring a cast of young unknown performers, Carmen Jacquier's striking debut is an enigmatic mix of self-discovery, faith, and sensuality. Grading supervised by the DP, sound mastering by the sound engineer. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. We've got a newly filmed interview. This is from 2022, by the way. Newly filmed interview with Carmen Jacquier, or Jacquier. How the fuck you say her name? As I said, French people. I don't get it. Early short films by Carmen Jacquier. The Girl's Grave, At the Mermaid's Parade, and The River Under the Tongue. Theatrical trailer and booklet interviews with the filmmaker, cinematographer, and composer. I'm not surprised there's no commentary on this one. Having 3 short films is pretty dope, and there is that new interview. So, okay selection of special features. That's another one I would have to check out before buying. Although, if you're uncertain, this is limited to 500 units, and there's only 134 left in stock. So a very small selection for this one. 2 Faces of Taikato. This first off looks beautiful. Let's just, oh God. It's just a great looking film, or films. And these include By a Man's Face, Shall You Know Him, and I, the Executioner. I'm not going to go over the plots. They're crime movies, Japanese crime movies. From 1966 and 1968, a combined 179 minutes. For By a Man's Face, By a Man's Face, Shall You Know Him? We've got a video essay by Patrick Masius. Kinta Fukasaku on By a Man's Face, Shall You Know Him? A tribute to Sanae Nakahara, and trailers. And then we've got on I, the Executioner, another video essay by Patrick Masius. Another interview, I guess, by Kenta Fukasaku. And then trailers. There's a booklet with essays by Haley Scanlon, but that's about it. This is one where I would have liked to see at least one commentary, but it really depends on how big these video essays are. I can't really say how good this sounds without knowing that, because they could just be 4-minute video essays. I don't know, but still cool, and I really like the slipcover as well. Yeah, that just looks good. Just looks nice and tidy. And then Viva l'Amour, finally. Let's see, what year is this? 1994. This is the Taiwanese drama. Yikes. Okay, I'm curious. Let's see what this. Let's see what we got. The sophomore feature from Tsai Ming Lang. Oh, Goodbye Dragon Inn. Okay. And Rebels of the Neon God. I got that on the shelf. Finds the acclaimed master of Taiwan's second new wave demonstrating a confident new cinematic voice. Viva l'Amour follows 3 characters unknowingly sharing a supposedly empty Taipei apartment. The beautiful realtor Mei Lin brings her lover Ah Zheng to a vacant unit she has on the market, unaware that it is secretly being occupied by the suicidal funeral salesman Xiao Kang. The 3 cross paths in a series of precisely staged tragicomic erotic encounters, but despite their physical proximity, they find themselves no closer to a personal connection. Features Antonioni-esque longing. I'm not a huge Antonioni guy. And surprising deadpan humor. I do like me some deadpan humor. Let's see here. Got the Golden Lion at the 1994 Venice International Film Festival. So as far as the movie, I'm going to say probably pretty fucking rad. That's what it sounds like to me. As far as the extras, Simon Lang on Viva l'Amour featurette and a 16-page booklet with a video or with a essay by Nick Pinkerton. That's it. That's all we got. Bada bing, bada boom. I feel like there has to be an expert on Taiwanese cinema that you can get on commentary duty for something like this, especially with such a major filmmaker like Simon Lang. But I don't know. I'm just a guy. All right. That covers all of the partner life. That covers all the Vinegar Syndrome shit. Now, Melis. I'm going to do these really quickly. Vixens of Kung Fu is fucking boring. Sunny and the Nightbird I haven't seen. I'm not gonna look at the fucking images. Is that? No, okay. This is the latest from Picarama. And the 3 films, let's see here. We've got pretty much nothing as far as extras. Everything's newly scanned and restored in 2K from the OCN, which is sick. Oh, thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Wow. Thank you. I'm not going to read all of this. As soon as someone sends me money saying thank you for all you do, I'm immediately like, I'm not going to read all this shit. I don't know. It's also saying Jamie Gillis is in Vixens of Kung Fu. He is barely in Vixens of Kung Fu. He is barely in that movie. Yeah, yeah, I'm not going to go through the pictures. Intriguing because it's a triple feature, but I definitely don't need to own an upgrade of Vixens of Kung Fu. Still, again, a 3-film, a triple feature for $25, not bad. Now, Blonde Goddess has my interest. Not gonna. Let's see, where's a good? Got a tank. Got what appears to be a black and white sequence. Got whatever the hell's going on here. Looks weird as shit. It's from 1982. Let's see here. Elmo Smithers wishes he could disappear into the worlds of action, adventure, and intrigue that he creates, toiling as a writer and illustrator for Marvel Comics. Marvel Comics, come on. Be it heroic international adventurer Louisiana Smith, intergalactic voyager and space warrior Tony Steele, tough and daring war pilot Johnny Ace, and others. But alas, Elmo's imagination is the only place in which his dreams can become anything other than scribbles on a page. However, as he drifts from one creative fantasy to the next, a single aspect of all his musings remains the same: the appearance of the strikingly beautiful and ever mysterious blonde goddess. Could she be something more than mere fantasy? Okay, so it's a standard vignette structure. Cool. From international shooting locations to the integration of plentiful and outrageous photographic and editorial techniques, director Bill Milling's loving tribute to 1930s comic books and cinematic serials, Blonde Goddess is outlandish in its storytelling as it is ambitious in its production values. Starring Jacqueline Lorians of Night Dreams, Lonnie Sanders, Misty Regan, and Ron Jeremy. This cult favorite has been newly restored from its 35mm camera negative and comes to Blu-ray for the first time from Quality X. This one I would like. I would very much like this. This seems right up my alley. Thankfully, that's everything because the other one's her body. Neon Night's really good, by the way. I'll be talking about that in a video soon. Let's move on. Severin Films. God, there's just so much to talk about. If you want a $159 bundle, not bad. Includes a board game. Let's, I guess, just talk about these releases. First off, House of Psychotic Women, Volume 2, featuring Butterfly Kiss, Morgiana, The Savage Eye, and The Glass Ceiling. It's nice to see these little collections continue. Oh God, I don't see where my thing is. Oh God. Let's see here. Oh man, this is so much to talk about. All right. So for I'm gonna skip the plots because it's already 4:08. We gotta wind this down, and we still have a bunch to talk about. Also, this is all old news. But for Butterfly Kiss from 1994, got an introduction by Keira Janice, introduction by writer Frank Cottrell-Boyce, audio commentary with film historian Kat Ellinger, hell yeah. Between Everyday and the Extreme, Michael Winterbottom on directing Butterfly Kiss. No Judgment, Amanda Plummer remembers portraying Eunice. You're Not Judith, Saskia Reeves on portraying Miriam. Pestilence Through Petrol, Julia Baines on producing Butterfly Kiss. And Frontline in the Black Sky, Seamus McGarvey on shooting Butterfly Kiss. So a nice selection of interviews and a commentary. Awesome. Morgiana, again, an introduction by Keira Janice. That's on all of these. Audio commentary with Stranger with My Face Festival director Briony Kidd and Cerise Howard, co-founder of the Czech and Slovak Film Festival of Australia. So audio commentary, and then we got two interviews. Or no, we got one interview, I'm sorry, with actress Eva Janzarova. Or Janzarova? We've got a newly commissioned short film on shooting location. On shooting location. Oh, I see. On the shooting location, Pobidi Kamani. Animated by Leslie Supnet and narrated by Kirla Janice. Interesting. And then we've got Hello. Nightmares. Juraj Herz's 1970 vampire rock musical made for Czech TV. Squeeze me. Lead with that next time. Okay, cool. And then a short film, Rest in Peace. Oh, I'm sorry. Each of these has a short film. The previous one was Pleasures of War by Ruth Lingford from 1998. Rest in Peace. It's apparently a cult favorite. So that's cool. And then The Savage Eye, we've got audio. Oh, actually, that's interesting. There's no introduction on The Savage Eye. Audio commentary with film curator, historian Elizabeth Purcell, a locations video essay by Esotorix Kim Cooper, an archival interview with co-director Joseph Strick. Then there's trailers. And a trailers from Hell commentary by Kirla Janice, author of. Okay, so Kirla Janice does make it onto all of these. There's 2 short films plus a special feature, an interview with the director of the first short film, Interviews with My Lie Veterans, and then Miss Candice Hilligoss's Flickering Halo. Cool. Glass Ceiling, blah, 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 blah. Got an introduction by Kirla Janice, audio commentary by a name, author of a forthcoming monograph on director Eloy de la Iglesia. I didn't realize we were getting another Eloy de la Iglesia. That's pretty super. Audio commentary. We've got Patty Shepard as remembered by her sister Judith Chapman, and alternate scenes from the TV version of The Glass Ceiling. And then Enta Mujer is the short film. Cool. Sorry, I'm starting to get all snotty. In My Skin, 4K UHD, with a diagonal split slipcase. Nice. Have I seen this? Wait a minute. This looks really familiar. In My Skin. Maybe I'm crazy. I think I might just be crazy. No, I haven't seen this. Has some great reviews though. Let's see here. You may be shocked. You might turn away, but you will never forget the uniquely disturbing, spectacularly grotesque, superbly acted, and brilliantly made debut film by writer-director star Marina Devan. After a disfiguring leg injury, a young woman, Devan, develops an unsettling secret relationship with her own body in which pain is pleasure, mutilation is love, and hungers of the flesh have a mind of their own. Laurent Lucas and Leah Drucker co-star in this beautiful and terrifying body horror tour de force, scanned in 4K from the original camera negative for the first time ever, with 7 hours of special features curated exclusively for this edition. Well, la di fucking da. And that is, they didn't say what year. That is 2002, by the way. Commentary by writer, director, and star Marina Devan. Commentary by film critic Justine Smith. Exclusive Faculty of Horror episode on In My Skin with Andrea Subasati and Alexandra West. And then French trailer and a US trailer. That's what's on the UHD. And then on the Blu-ray, we've got an introduction by Kirla Janice. She's everywhere. The commentary tracks. And then we've got an interview with Devan. Barbara Creed talking about In My Skin. Video essay by Dr. Alexandra Heller Nicholas. Exclusive Faculty of Horror episode on In My. Oh wait, we already talked about that. And then the trailers. And then there's also some short films. Maria Devan's student short films, Retention and Bien sous tout rapport. And then the other short films by different directors, Cadaver Esquisse and A Fermenting Woman. And A Fermenting Woman has a commentary with the director Priscilla Galvez and star Sukyin Lee. Pretty stellar setup for In My Skin. That's probably, I mean, I like the look of the House of Psychotic Women set, but In My Skin really, it reminds me of Raw, which I quite enjoyed. And then finally, Entertaining Mr. Sloan. From the legendary pen of Joe Orton, hailed by The Guardian as the first rock star playwright, comes the sophisticated and devastating film version of the tale that has shocked and delighted audiences for over half a century. When voracious middle-aged Kath invites a strapping young stranger named Sloan to move in, the arrival of her upper crust brother Ed will lead to a most unexpected triangle of lust, murder, and pickled onions. It's called Sharp, Wild, and Effervescent Comedy. Scanned in 2K from the OCN. 4+ hours of new and archival special features. Those include an audio commentary with Nathaniel Thompson and Dr. Emma Parker. So got our commentary track, sweet. Got an archival interview with actor Peter McEnery. Yeah. All My Sloans, 60 Years of Joe Orton's Mr. Sloan, featuring Malcolm McDowell and Maxwell Caulfield. Archival interview with John Lahr, author of Prick Up Your Ears, the biography of Joe Orton. Archival interview with Leonie Orton, remembering her brother Joe. Orton-esque screenwriter David McGillivray on the lasting influence of Joe Orton. Rosie White on the inimitable identities of Beryl Reed. Archival locations featurette with Richard Dacre. Threads of Desire, costuming and sexuality and entertaining Mr. Slow, a video essay by costume historian Alyssa Rose, and a trailer. So a lot of archival stuff, but got a new commentary track and fairly packed, so not too shabby there either. That does it for Severin. I'm just going to very quickly say that Criterion has shit on lock. I had never heard of Room 666, Room 999, but it's Wim Wenders, partially Wim Wenders. I'm sorry, Will. I'm gonna. Well, 1 second. I have to pee, so I'm gonna take a small break. Un momento, por favor. Okay. Sorry, I just had a lot of urine in my body. All right. At the 1982 Cannes Film Festival, Wim Wenders asked such filmmaking luminaries as Michelangelo Antonioni, Rainer Werner Fassbinder, Jean-Luc Godard, Yilmaz Guni, Werner Herzog, Steven Spielberg, and Susan Seidelman to ponder the question, is cinema a language about to get lost or an art about to die? 40 years later, adopting the same minimalist fixed camera format as Wenders, Lubna Playoust poses the same question to a group of contemporary auteurs, including David Cronenberg, Claire Denis, Asghar Farhadi, James Gray, Lynn Ramsey, and Wenders himself. Together, Vendors Room 666 and Playhost's Room 999 capture the unfiltered perspectives of path-breaking filmmakers on the state of the industry, as well as the upheavals brought on by various new technologies and methods of distribution, in the process touching on large-scale issues of politics, culture, and the meaning and continued relevance of cinema in two distinct eras, nearly half a century apart. Includes one extra plus a trailer. The extras meet the filmmakers, new interview with Room 999 director Lumna Playhouse. This is one I don't think I need to own, but I'm very intrigued to watch. So that's a strong maybe. Umbrellas of Cherbourg. This is an upgrade, right? Yeah, this is Spine 716. So this is a 4K upgrade. So make it that what you will. In the Heat of the Night, is this also a 4K upgrade? Yes. So we got a 4K upgrade there as well. How to Get Ahead in Advertising and With Nail and I believe they're just okay. So How to Get Ahead is just a Blu-ray. I believe With Nail and I, that seems like it has to be a 4K. Yeah, because this is way. Oh wow, this is Spine number 119. Good lord. And this does feature new commentaries for With Nail and I. One from 2020. Okay, one's from 2001, so that one's old, but the 2020 is fairly new. And let's see. So 4K restoration supervised by Peter Hanan, the director of photography. So some new extras for With Nail and I, one of the great British films. How to Get Ahead in Advertising, however. Oh wow, it's Spine 120. Oh wow, this is I guess one that was just on DVD previously. Wow. New documentary with interviews with the writer-director Bruce Robinson and actor Richard E. Grant. And it's a 2K restoration supervised by the DP Peter Hannon. Yeah, so these are two Bruce Robinson movies. How to Get Ahead in Advertising is fucking funny, and With Nail and I is also fucking funny. So those are both highly recommended from me. We've got Three Musketeers and Four Musketeers by Richard Lester. And we've got Killer of Sheep, Charles Burnett. I actually got to watch this on the big screen at a local art house theater. Highly recommend. There is some animal death. I don't know if cruelty. It depends on your definition of cruelty. But really solid film about life, man. About children, about life. Let's see here, and this is 4K UHD. That's feels like overkill for a movie this kind of not low rent, but lo-fi, I suppose. Allison, that's delightful. You're delightful. So audio commentary featuring Burnett and film scholar Richard Pina. New interviews with Burnett and actor Harry Gale Sanders. New appreciation by filmmaker Barry Jenkins. 2 short films by Burnett, Several Friends and The Horse, with a new introduction to the latter by Burnett. Excerpt from the 2010 UCLA LA Rebellion Oral History Project, featuring an interview with Burnett by film scholar Jacqueline Stewart. Oh yeah, that would have been. Oh, that's a missed opportunity. That is a missed opportunity to not do a full set. I wonder if that even crossed their minds. Got a documentary on Charles Burnett by Robert Townsend, and a cast reunion from 2007. Yeah, shot in black and white. It's very simple, but I forgot about that weird little girl. Oh, geez. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's about life in LA, man. About being black in LA. And yeah, I don't really know what to say other than definitely recommend Killer of Sheep. If I was to grab anything, you know what? Umbrellas of Cherbourg and In the Heat of the Night, 4Ks. Oof, that's tough to say no to. at the same time with Nail and I and How to Get Ahead in Advertising. The Wind Will Carry Us is Abbas Kiarostami. I don't know anything about this one, to be honest. Unhurried Majesty, as it follows an undercover documentarian whose assignment is to cover a small village's funeral rites, is continually frustrated by an elderly woman's refusal to die. Along the way, though, he forges surprising, unsettling, and enlightening connections with those he meets. Suffused with Kiarostami's love for people poetry and the arid beauty of rural Iran, this meditative masterpiece reflects upon the boundaries between intimacy and alienation, tradition and modernity with the utmost grace. Sounds good. I don't think I've seen a single Abbas Kiarostami movie. I need to remedy that badly. There's a documentary on the making of the film, an interview from 2002 with Abbas Kiarostami, new video essay, trailer, new translation for the subtitles. The plot does intrigue me quite a bit. So that's a maybe from me. I would love for that to show up on the streaming channel. Whoops-a-doodle. Wait a second. I gotta read some texts. Yeah. All right. Night of the Creeps deluxe limited edition 4K thingamabob finally got some goddamn extras announced. Nothing really crazy here. There's a career retrospective interview with writer-director Fred Decker. There's audio commentary with actor Suzanne Snyder and filmmakers Jackson Stewart and Francis Galuppi. And yeah, there's also it's a 4K restoration. So this is going to be a much nicer looking version of the film. It's a 4K restoration from the original camera negative, approved by Fred Decker. I believe that the previous version they put out was from a print. I could be wrong about that. But either way, brand new, sexy. You love it. Umbrella. What do I really want to talk about? 10 Canoes seems cool. It doesn't really do anything for me. The Waves of Madness also doesn't really necessarily do anything for me. But the new Extremity collection, Volume 1. First off, Volume 1. That means Volume 2, we're going to get Inside, I'm pretty sure. That's fucking sick. We've got a 100-page booklet, 100-plus page book with essays by Alexandra West, Grant Watson, Jack Sargent, and Matt Konopka. This is for the collector's edition. Custom artwork by MELBS, 8 art cards. Couldn't care less about that. 2 A3 reversible posters, as you can see, which actually I could see myself putting up a Switchblade Romance poster. Sure. I do wonder, like, what kind of fucking like horrific, depressing dormitory has a Martyrs poster on the wall? Jesus. For High Tension, got a new audio commentary with Josh Nelson and Alexandra Heller-Nicholas. And then I guess like a video essay. It's called Headcase, Final Girls, Fabulism, and Amorpho in Alexander Aja's High Tension. I just realized I've never said his name out loud, and I don't know if it's Aja or Aja. I'm assuming Aja. And a new stills gallery. Everything else is ported over. Anatomy of Hell. We've got new audio commentary by author and faculty of horror host Alexandra West. New Watching the Unwatchable, Kath Dooley on Catherine Breillat's Anatomy of Hell. The Torment of the Other, Desire and Corporeality in the Cinema of Catherine Breillat, a video essay by Nadine Whitney. And The Tortured and Suffering Woman in New French Extremity with Zoe Rose Smith. I don't know if that's also a video essay or if it's just an interview. And then we've got an interview with the director that's ported over and a new stills gallery. Frontiers, in addition to the old audio commentary, we've got a new one with Alexandra Heller-Nicholas and a new video essay by Josh Nelson, as well as a new video essay by Alexandra West. Ported over stuff, stills gallery. And then Martyrs, everything's ported over, including an audio commentary with film historian Dr. Lindsay Hallam. really want this. I love the new French Extremity. I actually have not seen Anatomy of Hell, so that one would be a welcome little surprise for me. And then Wake and Fright. Wake and Fright has a massive bundle of shit if you really want it. It's $150, which is a bit much, but that's a sweet t-shirt. And I do like I like both posters. And I wouldn't really use it that much, but I like the glass, the pint glass. Let's see here. So let's see. So altogether, we've got the custom design T-shirt by Hollow Bones, Wake and Fright 2 Upset with authentic British pennies, includes instructions. Hello. Beer pot glass with glass coaster, a 150-page hardback book with original screenplay, artwork. That right there, if more releases included the fucking screenplay in print, I would buy those releases. That right there. So into it. And then we've got a 200-page hardback book of the original Kenneth Cook novel, Wake and Fright. Oh my God. Clear orange plastic slip over rigid case, a custom artwork rigid case, 8 art cards. I don't give a shit about that. The reversible poster. And yeah, it's a limited edition, numbered release. This is a really cool set. This is really neat. Will I buy this? Absolutely fucking not. I can't spend $150 fucking on Wake and Fright. But if you have the money and you really like just the most nihilistic Australian, I don't even know if you call it a horror thrillers, then this one is for you. Indeed, Rachel, it is. Ding dang, that's a lot of stuff. Yeah. Wow, that's just a shitload of things. And then what's actually on the discs for the 4K disc? Got first off, it's remastered from the OCN. Awesome. And in addition to an archival commentary with the director and editor, we've got a new audio commentary by Peter Galvin, author of The Making of Wake and Fright, which means he probably knows his shit since he wrote the fucking book on The Making. On the Blu-ray disc, we've got all that plus Sunstruck, a bonus feature film from the producers of Wake and Fright. Return to the Yaba, a 50-minute feature tracking down the film's Broken Hill locations. We've got an interview with director of photography Brian West, a Not Quite Hollywood interview with actor Jack Thompson, Not Quite Hollywood, just the documentary that keeps on giving. You're Mad, You Bastard, a 2008 interview with director Ted Kochev, a Q&A with Ted Kochev from 2009 Toronto International Film Festival. The cinema's great squeaky bald git, Kim Newman, discusses the career of actor Donald Pleasance. The filmmaker and the film buff, Philip Mora, and Paul Harris discuss Wake and Fright. Foreign visions of local stories, a trailer reel of Australian films helmed by overseas filmmakers. And then we've got alternate scenes, 7:30 report on the rediscovery and restoration of Wake and Fright, a new interview with Ted Kochev about his career, conducted by Paul Harris. That's audio only. And then also audio only is an interview with composer John Scott, conducted by music historian Daniel Schweiger. And then some more stuff ported over. Boy, oh boy. Like, ding dong, that's a lot of stuff. That is bananas. Oh, man. All right, so I am all in on this Wake and Fright. I'm not going to buy it because I don't have the money. But if you really want, let's see, does this edition come with the books? No. So if you want the books, you have to get the collector's edition for $80. That's a tough sell. That is a tough sell. If I was to get anything though, it would be this edition. Comes with the posters, comes with the books. Those are the ones I'm really interested in. I think that the beer glass and the game, the pennies game, is great, but not stuff I'm going to use or really care about, and it's just going to get thrown about somewhere. So this is what I would get right here. Also, I'm assuming all of this sits nicely in the set. So if you don't want to put up the poster, You can just keep it in there. Cool. So that's from Umbrella. Real quick, Indicator has another Jean Rollin, The Iron Rose, on limited edition Blu-ray and 4K. I want it. I think it's all ported. No, actually there's new shit in there as well. Yeah, new Tim Lucas commentary. Just when I thought I was done, they pull me back in, says Tim Lucas. Got new presentations of the film. Got, let's see here, an in-depth documentary on the making of The Iron Rose. A newly edited interview with Francois Pascal. Critical appreciation by author and film historian Stephen Thrower. Some short film that Roland did. An academic, Marceline Bloch, explores Tristan Corbier's influence on Roland's work. New translation. Limited edition exclusive 80-page book with a new essay by Nick Pinkerton. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, I want it because it's another Jean Rollin movie on 4K. I am wildly behind on these. Girls Without Shame, cool. Thirst, I neglected to talk about Thirst and Harlequin, which I believe are both Australian pictures. That is the Thirst I'm thinking of. Yep. Thirst is pretty good. I never finished Harlequin. And that's about it as far as Indicator goes. Okay. Eureka, I just want to point out they have a few stellar new releases like Maboose Lives. But their newest selection, first is Terror in the Fog, the Wallace Krimi at CCC. This is great because the Krimi is basically 1960s crime films from West Germany, and you can look at them as sort of a precursor to the Giallo and a contemporary of the Giallo, because the Krimi continued while the Giallo was happening. That was a dumb way of putting that, but the trailer looks really good. I'm not going to show it because you can't listen to it anyway. Yeah, 2,000 copies. There's a 60-page collector's book. All 5 films are 2K restorations from the original film elements undertaken by CCC Film. We've got a bonus feature, The Phantom of Soho, in standard definition. So we got another movie, which isn't even, it's not even listed on the case. The titles included are The Curse of the Yellow Snake, The Stranger of Blackmore Castle, The Mad Executioners, The Monster of London City, and The Racetrack Murders. Got new audio commentaries, new introductions to each film by Tim Lucas. I mean, pretty solid selection here. I would really love this. I might have to reach out to Eureka. I'm gonna set that off to the side. All right. Strange New World, science fiction at DEFA. This is again German engineering at its finest. The films included are The Silent Star, Signals, A Space Adventure, Io Mia, and In the Dust of the Stars. There's another 60-page collector's book. Let's see here. A few. Like I watched the trailer for this earlier, and all these look amazing, and this makes sense. Signals, A Space Adventure presented from a new 6K scan of the original 70mm camera negative. Holy shitting butts. Io Mia presented from a 4K scan of the original 70mm camera negative. Fucking butts. The Silent Star and In the Dust of the Stars presented from 2K scans of the original 35mm camera negatives. The Robot is an animated short produced by the DEFA Studio for Animation Film. Yana and the Little Star from 1971 is an animated short as well. Love 2002 from 1972 is a documentary short on the future of love in East Germany produced by the DEFA Studio for Newsreels and Documentary Films. Let's see here. New audio commentaries on all 4 features. New interviews. I mean, again, just stellar stuff. This is probably, out of everything we've talked about today, the one that I most want right now in my hands. Because it just sounds wild. And just to give you, I'll just read this little bit real quick. Following the division of Germany in the aftermath of World War II, DEFA was established as the state-owned film studio of East Germany, or the German Democratic Republic. Active from 1946 until its dissolution in 1992, the studio made hundreds of feature films in a diverse range of genres, from hard-hitting dramas to crime thrillers, fairy tale adaptations, and westerns. During the 1960s and 1970s, it also produced a series of colorful and wildly imaginative science fiction films in which courageous cosmonauts attempt to unravel the secrets of the universe. And those are the films. I want this real bad. This comes out in May. Really, really want this. I'll actually put that aside too. Shout Factory has a sale going on. Ooh, this is actually the last thing. So Shout Factory has a sale going on. Some cool things. We got RoboCop 2 4K for $23. In the Mouth of Madness for $18. Species 4K for $19. Candyman 4K for $20. That Friday the 13th collection that I hungrily nabbed when it first was released is down to $90. So that's a great deal right there. Tales from the Night, Jesus Christ. Tales from the Crypt presents Demon Knight, one of the greatest fucking movies of all time. $15. Not too shabby. Way to flaunt it, Lawrence. Well, it's good that you're here. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, a lot of people found me through my reviews of the Friday the 13th set. Wow, yeah, those are the glory days. The glory days. Dark Man Steelbook for $25. Ginger Snaps for $12. Yeah, there's some good. If you want just the Blu-rays, I mean, Candyman, the Blu-ray is still a solid choice for $9. It's not really that much of a discount, but still. Poison Ivy collection for $30. These are mostly just okay deals, but deals nonetheless. So if you want some deals on Shout Factory, this sale goes through February 24th. So check it out. And yeah, that is that's it. That's what we got. That was a lot of. This is why I need to keep up with the live streams, because there's just too much to talk about, and it's so much material. But yeah, if you want more of videos like this, be sure to like and subscribe. You're probably already subscribed, but like this video, honky. And don't forget to comment down below what your thoughts are on all the various releases. It helps the algorithm. If you just comment, give me some comments. Anytime you see a video of mine, comment on it. Make it worthwhile, obviously. Make it about the material that we're talking about. But be sure to comment, because comments equal boost on the algorithm equals maybe I get back to earning money off of Patreon and can do this more often. But right now, if you want to see a lot more of me, you can go to Screen Rant, and you can check out the various What If Blank Was Live Action videos that I've done, and you can watch the life drain from my fucking body in each one. So there is that. I just scraped my teeth together, and that was a very awful feeling. But yeah. That's it. We did nearly 2 hours of talking about Blu-rays, and ain't that just the American dream? Yeah. Until next time, guys, please, for the love of all that is good in this world, go watch a movie.
It's gonna take me some time to give you all that is mine. I'm looking ultra fine from your view.